It made me an animal.
And what I'm trying to explain to you, ladies and gentlemen, is the real world that our children live in, not the ideal one that we want them to live in, not this wonderful world that we pray that will come here one day, but the real world that they have to live in. You want to know why they're acting so crazy? You want to know why they're doing the things that they're doing? Because we have not prepared them to live in this real world. We have sent them through 12 years of school teaching them this dumb stuff that doesn't work, and when they go out and try to apply it and get killed for it, we are not there.
Me an animal. I eat a fake motherfucker like a cannibal. And I don't even understand how he got that far. Cause every time he ride around, it's about his goddamn car. You know the top 10 hottest in the fucking game? Well, 8 of them niggas fucking lame. It's a fucking shame how y'all put them on a pedestal. But I figure you ain't got nothing better to do.
Pinky ring up to the moon. And girl, I'm so damn into you. I'm done with these models and done with these bottles. Girl, I'm just trying to talk to you. We don't have to go to the room, but girl, best believe if we do, that we getting hot at the bottles, my party, so yeah, but that's all of the truth. And we can go as far as you want to, cause ain't nobody finna stop you. D&D bumping out of this bottle, when we fornicating back at the time. Then I Marilla go off on my phone, I pick up to you saying you home alone. I hop in the whip, then I should get 6 on the wrist of your push, because I know that it's going down tonight. Let's fuck it up now, just maybe go round, cause we in the class tonight. I'm trying to show you the time of your life, so girl, let you down tonight. Let's go a few rounds tonight. I'm lost in the sauce, so what's it gon' cost her? It's for your size tonight. It's about to go down, it's about to go down, it's about to go down tonight. It's about to go down, it's about to go down, it's about to go down tonight. I'm lost in the sauce, so what's it gon' cost her? It's for your size tonight. It's about to go down tonight. It's about to go down, it's about to go down tonight. So many missed calls, I understand why you was pissed off. Let me explain for a minute before you start jumping to conclusion. I really don't understand why you doing this. Chill for a minute, let me explain this. I'm sorry for all the attention I ain't paying. All of the time to give you baby, I paid it. The only one to do better than the main shit. Yeah, you baby, all day baby. You be on my mom, best believe I ain't playing. Stay up on my grind just for you is what I'm saying. Make a move for you, be on my scripture on the daily. So maybe be less insecure, cause you the best and that I can ensure. Like Geico, when you progressive that I can't ignore. My A1, you my lady, and that's for sure, so stop it. Ready your head just to go and pop shit off. Also bitches that ain't even really jacking, dog. You tripping, baby, I ain't even got no options, though. But if I did, I'm in my pickles, you could bleed me. Oh, goddamn, you don't understand it. When you be with you, should be begging cause I'm damaged. You hit me down way before I hit them blessings. You fucking up the ground like a bandit. Play vacation, motivation, keep me in the studio, see deprivation. Got me going crazy, though, my body shaking. Think about that body and the love we making faces. We was meant to be together forever and ever, for worse or for better. And poor with cheddar, it don't matter. You was room in my grind, in my pockets fat. A house with a glass, one up in the sky, shout out tonight. Let's fuck it up now, just maybe go round, cause we in the class tonight. I'm trying to show you the time of your life, so girl, let you down tonight. Let's go a few rounds tonight. I'm lost in the sauce, so what's it gon' cost her? It's for your size tonight. It's about to go down, it's about to go down, it's about to go down tonight. It's about to go down, it's about to go down, it's about to go down tonight. I'm lost in the sauce, so what's it gon' cost her? It's for your size tonight. It's about to go down tonight. It's about to go down, it's about to go down tonight.
Welcome. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. How y'all doing out there? It's 2 1 2. We here. I'm in the building. How y'all doing? It's Sunday. It's Sunday, y'all. Shame Sunday. Shame. You know, I like to take this time to give y'all a reflection of the types of behaviors, you know, that are in our society that is destroying our children and our image as a whole. Disclaimer, if it don't apply, let it fly. If it triggers you, you might want to self-reflect, discuss, bring up the topics around your own people and have a discussion about it. Shout out to the people who are popping in. I appreciate y'all. It's Sunday, Shame Sunday. Casey's in the building. How you doing? Wake and Bake is in the building. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. Uncle Ray's in the building. Mr. He Said is always in the building. I appreciate you. always on the ones and twos, keeping me on my toes. Y'all put hashtag shame in the chat so Nightbot can add your YouTube stream to the chat so we can all support each other. I hope everyone is well. Today is beautiful outside. You know, I'm going to be here for a short while. So make sure y'all get out, get some of that sun, enjoy some fun, especially with the kids. They like to be outside. Shame, y'all. It's a noun. It's a painful feeling of humiliation and distress caused by the consciousness of wrong and foolish behavior. A loss of respect or esteem and dishonor. It's also a person's actions and or a situation that brings a loss of respect and honor. You know, a lot of these lessons are not being taught. Everything is a go nowadays, you know, and the things that are needed for our children to learn are not being taught. I got a special visitor today. I got one of my biggest brothers in the house with me tonight, a native Brooklynite, old school. It's going down. I'm just saying. You know, it's a whole different generation. I appreciate him coming to spend some time with me today. Hink is in the building. Y'all go check him out. Please hashtag shame in the chat so Nightbot can add your streams to the chat so anyone can support. Check you out, see if they like you and want to subscribe. Let's bring up my brother Lee. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
What's up, Nikki? How you feeling?
OG is in the building. I'm good, brother. You know, I appreciate you. You have always been, you know, a great man in my life. 25 years I've been with your brother. And so I've known you for 25 years. You know, I appreciate all your knowledge, you know, all your care and concern, the modeling that you have shown as a man, you know, working hard, striving to, you know, break cycles for your children. And I appreciate you. I see you and, you know, I'm going to give you some love today. I know you ain't had too many women around you giving you that kind of love. So, you know, I'm always here to share that gratitude and appreciation for you. And your love for your brother is just amazing, you know, and I appreciate him having you because I think it's made him a better man on top of whatever he had on his own, you know.
Yeah.
So welcome today to Shame Sunday.
So how you doing today?
I'm doing good. You know,
And I mean, is it females out there? Is your listeners out there?
I don't know. Some are.
Okay.
You know, some don't like I say, you know, but it is what it is. The men been trying to say it and they don't like when they say it. So maybe if it comes from another female who has shown the change and the transition from that masculine, you know, I don't need a man mentality to I absolutely need a man. I always knew deep down inside, but the programming was there. I have to admit it. And I think that's the first step in many of us that there was a lot of programming growing up.
Okay. Well, the message I would tell the females out there was, y'all what make the world go round. A lot of people hate what I always said all through my life, Nikki. But a woman is God.
Oh.
A woman predicts how this world's going to go. A lot of people don't like to hear that, but a woman is God. If you see all the miracles God did, that was my mother. When there was one footsteps in the stand, that was my mother carrying me. When I had nothing to eat, my mother went out there. All the miracle was based upon my mother. And what it is these women today, they know they're God, so they put themselves on a higher pedestal where nobody can reach them. What I mean by that, by example, is nobody know what a female gonna be 10 years from now. Nobody know what a man gonna be 10 years from now. So if you base me on what I got right now, then you ain't basing me. You don't know what you're getting. A man's supposed to grow. So they trying to say they looking for a man with 7 figures. I want a woman that's gonna be faithful. So if I gotta bring 7 figures to the table when I meet you, then you ain't faithful to me.
So she want the money.
You just want the money. You had told me that from day one.
Casey chimed in. He said, "You bugging. You bugging. Women ain't God." Right?
What I mean by
He's
God is women make the world go round. Without producing kids, it won't be a world. We would lose population. The world would come to an end. So a woman control the world. If all the women feel like they're doing today and start having babies, this world will come to an end within the next 50 years, 40 years. It will come to an end. You got to reproduce to make this world go on. And who hold the key to that? The woman.
Right, but they also hold the key to the destruction as well.
That's what I said. So they is God of the earth. They destroy this world, and they don't even know it. They could destroy this world, and they don't even know it.
Superiority on their chest, brother. They walk around with it now, with the superiority on their chest, on their forehead is scripted.
Yes, but they destroying the world. Nobody never told it to them like that. You destroying the world.
Right. Can't just be reproducing. You know, you have to be intentional with these kids, teaching, modeling behavior, you know, and we're not doing that. You have women my age want to be.
Now, like I said, I'm not here to hate on females. That's what I direct the female. Now, raising these kids, you right, Nikki, but it's a lot to do with society today with these kids. They let these kids the rule. First of all, okay, I know everybody agree on this, but I was scared of my mother. I was scared of my mother. I know if I did something wrong, she was giving me an ass whooping.
Absolutely. Right. Did you have a daddy? Where was that?
You see what I mean? I ain't never had a dad. My mama kept me in straight. She okay, and I was a bad little kid, but she kept me straight. I didn't want my mama to find out about nothing I did. Oh no.
But you still did it. You just didn't want her to find out about it.
I didn't do it on the block. I respect all of her friends. I didn't do it around the way. I went and left my neighborhood.
Your brother go get you.
You're not a good representative for the fellas right now, man.
Listen, what I'm talking about, and what I mean by that, Nikki, is we all was kids. When you get older, you're supposed to mature. The things we did as kid wasn't right. That's why we.
Thank you for
y'all see what I had to grow up with.
Joining the stream. Shout out to Brother Lee. He'll be back in a minute. Little brother had to put big brother in timeout for a second. It's gonna be a good one. Let's get to Icebreaker.
Whether you like it or not, I'm gonna tell you. Look at your grandma, and I'm 80 years old. Now look at you.
Crying. Brother, I'm crying.
Oh, Granny, put that down, bro. Granny,
that's real me.
Granny, we come to say hello and how
I'm
you doing.
I'm coming to say hello and how you doing. I want you to live a long life. I'm 80 years old.
Granny, you on some stuff, bro. I don't even know what to say. I think I'm finna go.
No, you ain't finna go because I'm gonna tell you the truth. Because you my baby. You my baby. You my baby. You my baby.
I ain't losing no weight. I don't
you
no
better.
Lose. No. I've been in skinny size and I don't like it.
No, you ain't gonna be skinny size. You just need to get rid of this.
Yeah, my love handles. I agree with that. This muffin.
That's all you need to get rid of.
But it's stubborn. And
Today's world. If she happy the way she looked, then hey.
That's an elder that has made it to 86 years old. Not many of us are making it there. When they tell you the truth, this is what it looks like when you're offended, when there is shame in your freaking behavior. I'm not losing no. Don't tell me that. I don't like the way skinny looks. Skinny ain't always healthy, but it's healthier than obesity. You know, to have your grandmother, you wouldn't even be here without her. You know, I can see if she was shaming her, calling her fat and, you know, trying to be mean, but she was being very truthful and loving. I love you, baby. I want you to live long. They don't
Nikki, that's true. That's true. But it's today's world that we live in. That's what people don't look at. Fat is the new thing. You fat? Oh my God. You see they get all the likes on the internet. They put on a pair of shorts. You can see they ass. They get all the likes. These girls going to get butt shots and shit to be bigger. Nobody don't want to be the same. They don't want to be who God made them to be no more. Look how they do their hair. Half of the women you see on Facebook, and 90% is using filters. When you look at them, bitch, you ain't even light skinned. How the fuck?
Again, so we're God fearing. We can't be
So
moving.
that's what I'm saying. They just trying to fit in.
Love, it's amazing.
Come on. That's what I'm saying. They even funny when they made filters. Why they had to put filters on Facebook? So you can be yourself. Picture's a picture. Now 90% of these females is not who they be. It's catfishing all the way down. A female ain't even a female. Fake ass, fake hair, fake for everything is fake on them now. But they want a real nigga. They want a real man. How you want some real? You 100% fake.
And dictate what that looks like, what it smells like, and how they're supposed to act like they really know.
And then you can't wake up like that in the morning. So now when I do get, I see the real you. Oh, I didn't sign up for this.
Mm-hmm. It's a double standard, right? Because we can put y'all in a box, but the minute y'all try to explain or tell or say what a woman is and how a woman should act or behave or the characteristics of a real woman, we don't like that shit. Y'all opinion doesn't matter, but we do the same.
Look at it. Look how when we grew up, they was fighting for Leah. Leah ain't never got no butt shots or nothing. Leah just was a woman, a nice girl. Whatever y'all want to say. Come on, be yourself.
A beautiful essence in her own
yes.
right.
And them niggas that killed her. They were fighting over her. All the motherfuckers fighting for Leah.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm unique now in the crowd. In any type of environment we go to, I absolutely stick out like a sore thumb because everybody around me is quite obese.
Yes.
Yeah, in our society, and you can't say nothing. But anybody they can walk right up to me and tell me how thin or how skinny I am. But in turn, if I tell them how fat they are to their face the way they do me, I'm shaming. Like it's amazing to me. I don't feel shame for it because I've always been very skinny. So there's no shame in that.
But
I had to accept it.
If you look at statistics, Nikki, you would live twice their age.
Grandma, it's amazing. You my brother. If you had to check me about something, Lee, I would have to listen. I would have to respectfully listen because you've been around me a very long time. I think you know me. You don't know me well as my husband, but you know me. So if you saw me doing something, behaving in some type of way or doing something with your nieces or your nephew, you would check me. Like, what's going on here? Even if me not help, like, yo, if you need something, say something.
You reflect on my nieces. I got the 3 beautiful nieces. How could you be bad? They well behaved. They don't curse. They don't do nothing that the average person in the streets.
No.
I couldn't even do a job like that. God damn. How did you and my brother make that?
They smart enough to know not to go out into society and act like a fool because we've taught them. We showed them different consequences that can possibly happen. Talked about our own being very transparent parents because we don't want them to do the same thing, be out there repeating the same mistakes, give you a better start.
Nikki, I put my hands in high for my little brother. I raised 2 boys. I could imagine how it is raising girls. Oh my God. I think I would be in jail or dead by now if I had girls. That's why I say God know what to give you. He know what you built for. He don't put that much on your plate that he know that you can't handle.
Right. You wouldn't have been prepared to raise girls. It would have been a different.
Different.
Upbringing. And you don't know if it would have been good or bad. The teachings you would have taught, the hardness or the softness or, making them a princess or, whatever illusion of daddy to a little girl would have been for you.
Yeah.
So I had to train him as an uncle, y'all. He would walk up on us and pass the baby a $50 bill out in the street, in the hood. No, $1 is You know what I'm saying? I definitely don't want her to see you every time and think that you're going to give money. That's what the one thing I didn't want, to think just when somebody sees you, oh, you're cute. Here's $1. And this is what men do to little girls. And it's already not, a good modeling of that. So that's something I would always have to talk to them, even that little, like you can say no, give it to me.
No, but see, Nikki,
in the hood.
you right in the whip. You got to understand one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do's that. So that's why I got to speak up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time I see my nieces, I gave them something. It wasn't cause a little no, they're my nieces, and I know that you and Sean doing the right thing. Not only is y'all growing them up right, y'all know how much I gave them. Y'all got to make sure they manage that money right.
That's right.
So it was on, and I want to have their own, so y'all can see how they manage their money.
Right. And they
if I give it to y'all gonna manage it. That's how the parents y'all was. Y'all was that good. I can't knock that. But if I gave it to them now, y'all got to see how they manage their money. Was your teaching good enough to see how they manage their money? Because in their hands
now. Right. And show them, save some of this, put this to the side.
Right. Now you see, is your homework is any good?
Right. Okay. All right. Welcome. Inye's in the building. Quantum is in the building. Welcome, y'all. Shame Sunday. I got my brother visiting for a bit. Brother Vaughn is in the building. How you doing? Peace, joy, and longevity. We appreciate y'all pulling up and popping in. We like to show a reflection of, foolish and shameful behaviors in order for us to take a look in the mirror, and to see if it's something that we may need to change ourselves. Because many of us can't be critiqued. Nobody likes to be told anything, be checked about nothing. So, and we have a special guest. Brother Lee, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Brother Lee, and I heard you got Brother Vaughn just came in. Ask Brother Vaughn how you feel about the woman today. Let me hear somebody else's perspective on this. Invite Brother Vaughn up in here.
Anybody want to come up and speak about the ladies? Yeah, we're gonna be here a short while. I got a couple things to get to. And we'll continue. We'll drop the link.
See that, Nikki? I was just saying that. If he had nowhere to swim, the world come to an end. That's what that picture was basically telling me.
Right. I mean, I brought it up is because it's just from the beginning of inception, there's a struggle. There's a million sperms that you guys secrete to us to get to that egg. Inside of our vagina is fluids that actually kill them off. They're snatching them up randomly, millions of them. Bow, bow, come here. Nah, you're not making it. All of them can't make it to that egg. And this is what I teach to our girls growing up, how miraculous it is. It is not a simple thing. And we take it so lightly, So that just shows you from the beginning, there's always going to be a struggle. So when we talk about work needing to be in families and in marriage and relationships.
But did you see the background of that video?
Yeah, that was the inside of the vagina.
Yes, but and I seen the world.
So you seen it? Universe.
Right. So without that, it won't be no universe.
Absolutely.
That's why I got to look at the background. Yes.
It's more.
First of all, it's hard for one seed to get up there, but when it do, it changed the world. It keeps the world going.
I mean, you are the creators of life because your semen are living creatures. Our egg is dormant. It's just there.
But if we got nowhere for our semen to incubate, it would be no kid. Y'all the one who hold the key.
Yeah, no, you hold the key because your semen is alive.
Yes, it's alive, but it ain't alive till it get inside y'all. It ain't alive till it get inside of a woman womb.
Absolutely, they're both needed. This is why just promoting that none is superior. But I would say because you carry the seed to life. It is alive already.
Yes, but through life and time, through all my life, man chase woman, woman don't chase man.
When do we want it? Now! Stop simping. Take our freedom.
That was wrong teaching. I mean, y'all absolutely
But think about it. Through life, man pursued a woman. Woman didn't pursue the man. We know that it took y'all to reap it. We needed y'all. Y'all never had on your mind that y'all needed us. We go buy flowers. You don't gotta do nothing, baby. I take care of it. Y'all, come on. We the one who hold all the weight for a woman. You know what a man go through for a woman? 90% of women wouldn't go through half of what a man go through for a man than what a man go through for a woman.
Talk about it. The women wouldn't
we got to go through a lot to pursue a woman.
Oh, to pursue.
Even to get one.
Yes.
Even to get one. Look what a man got. We got jumpsuit, obstacles, and all this. A female just get on his Facebook and just show their ass, and they get 4,000 likes, 5,000 likes. A man got to set himself on fire to get a like.
You see,
I look on Facebook, a female show up and she turn around and start shaking her ass. You see, she likes me going. I'm like, all you seeing with her butt. God damn.
Porn. Who wouldn't like free porn?
It ain't free porn. But then you say, what's up? That's why everybody dressed up as hoes now.
They be in my stories all the time. I go click on their page. It's all asses and titties and vagina all up in screen. You know, they might be fake accounts, but still, you know, it's different. Women know what they selling when they putting it out there. It's attention.
That's the key word you just said.
Attention. They loud and like attention.
No, selling.
Yes, absolutely.
A man don't want nobody who's selling.
Loud and need attention.
If you could sell, then somebody else can buy it from me. I'm not settling down with somebody who's selling something. No, I'm not a buyer. I don't shop like that.
Wait, you a consumer? You a consumer.
No, it's I want you because you both want me. And we a build together. Nobody want to build together. I got to be financially all right and taken care of before you want me. See, I done went through the struggle. Fuck, I need you for. I done went through the struggle. I need somebody to come to the struggle with me. When I'm there busting my ass, working 24 hours a day, 23 hours a day, that 1 hour I got, and I come home, my meal is ready, and she go to bed, get baby work tomorrow, baby. Make sure I'm all right when I do. I need somebody to tell me it's gonna be all right. Not, you got any money? Oh, bring some Chinese food on your way home.
What else you doing? You ain't pick up that second job?
Come on. So
for their whole phase. My aunt told me, trust me, you're not gonna marry that guy. And my baby daddy, you should go young. And then I got married. College was my whole thing.
Freshman to junior year.
Those 3 years were strong.
And then you planned a baby.
I'm retiring. It wasn't long enough, my whole phase.
Some just never get the whole phase at all. What do?
Act like a hoe for your husband. Maybe go to the club and let someone like fill on your booty and then leave.
This is the remedy.
These are your options. Maybe make out. I don't know.
Don't tell your husband because that's what a real hoe does.
Don't have sex though. It's not gonna be worth it. 99.9%. I mean, I would have probably done it either way.
I got a question on that one, Nikki.
Yes.
When do the whole age stop? What is the whole age limit?
Right. Can you just turn it off?
Yes. When do you stop being a hoe? Any of the female can answer that for me? What is the hoe age limit?
That's a question I can't answer. I cannot answer that. You know, this old
Ask one of your fucking anybody answer that. I want to know, what is the hoe age limit?
All you can do is ask the ex-hoe, you know. Any ex-hoes in the audience want to elaborate? You know, I'm not too sure about that. But like I said, I think, you know, having that type of history and moving like that, it's going to be hard to shut it off. And for you to think that you're going to be able to settle down with one person for a lifetime after, you know, all of that hoeing, it might be difficult, because in time of marriage, there's times stillness and quiet and content and, you know, lack thereof of excitement. So what's going to happen then? Is that old hoe going to be able to sit without being able to do all of that? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I doubt it.
No, but what I'm saying, when I first got on here with you, I said, everybody make mistakes when they're kids. When is the age where they would say, yo, that wasn't right, time me to get my life together? If you hoeing, you 40, 50 years old, then when is you going to try to get them to settle down? Nobody wants you then.
I mean, and that's why I had that whole show last week, because it's being promoted. So like you said, going through it in your young years, you know, we all made foolish and bad decisions as teenagers. When you start to getting into 18, 19, and 20 and don't have no consciousness of shame and changing the behaviors that's going to cause some negative consequences, I mean, you know, that's for each individual. I don't know what each person's cap is, their standards, their level of value of what's important. You understand what I'm saying? So if our young ladies are being raised like this, they don't think something's wrong with it. So they may never feel shame. So getting married, still creeping out on your husband, like, you know, there's no guarantee it's going to stop.
Okay, and I'm not going to direct this. I want to change that just 1 second. Even for the guys, these guys been out here since high school doing the same thing and ain't make a progress, but still doing the same thing. When do they mature? I'm saying, what age do, not only for the girls, for the guys, what age do maturity kicks in?
I mean, I know children who are something more mature than adults. So, you know, age is just a number, truly.
Now, I'm going to give your callers just an example of what I'm talking about. Like I said, I used to be on the streets too. But my mother died when I was 20 years old, and I never had a father. So it was made for me to look at life different. So what's going to make you look at life different? Half of y'all say, oh, nobody loved me. That what made me look at life different.
Right.
If nobody loved me, first of all, I got to do something about it. And why's the reason why nobody don't love me?
Yeah. And it's usually going through something. You know, you hear a lot of people say having their first child changed their life.
It changed mine.
You, absolutely. I had to work hard. Like, you had to do a lot of changing. Some don't.
And a lot of fathers say, I want my son to be like me, but you didn't have a good life.
Gregory,
so if you didn't have a good life, how you want your son to be like you or go through what you went through?
Let me read this
I don't
comment.
want nobody to go through what I went through.
Lee, let me read this comment. Did you see the woman walking through the mall showing her private part? She also did a video walking through the turkey grill naked. Wow.
You want to see it good? You want to see it better than that? You want to see it better? Yeah. You want to see? I'll let you see the whole thing.
I am here to do some good
Yeah.
Same walk. Slut walk.
And I bet she got more likes than anybody positive. I bet her likes went up.
Teach, man.
Can you look at that and see how many likes she got on that? That's the key.
Just gave me an idea for a show.
Right. And see how many likes you got just for some come on. But now, as a man, who want their wife to be doing so, showing their pussy in? First of all, for you being my wife, that's something valuable to the man.
She don't want to be a wife.
Okay, let me ask you one question. How old you think she was? By looking at her, how old you think she was?
Probably my age, about 40, 45.
That's what I'm saying. Tell what I was going to say to me. She looks about 45. What the fuck you 45 doing shit like that for? Don't you supposed to have kids and grandkids who would see that? What type of role model is you? Well, your grandkids see you showing your pussy out there. Come on. They don't. Life is funny. People don't understand this. When you was born, Nikki, you learn by what you see and what you hear. That's how a kid learns. When the kids start talking out of nowhere and start saying words, we didn't teach them. It's what they look and learn. That means all through life, that's how a kid learn, by what they see and what they hear.
Yeah. And I notice peers sometimes, have a better response of checking their behavior if they're checked by their peer. So, friends of hers, I'm sure it's not going to be received well. But I don't think anybody can check her. But I ain't gonna front. If I was in that mall and she was exposed and my kid, I had a little person and they noticed and had some questions, yeah, I probably would say something.
But they valuize the stupidity and they don't give no credit to the real people that doing things. The father's always been disrespected. Look at this. A baby first word is dad. Everybody knows that. Why it ain't daddy's day? Anybody could be a father. It take a man to be a daddy.
It's kind of easier to form the dad than mama when they're little. But I get what you're saying. It's absolutely
but I ain't even talking about the female. I'm just trying to say, why it ain't daddy day or dada day, then Father's Day. Any man could be a father.
Right.
But a dad or a daddy is a man who's there.
I agree. Father is, yes. Daddy is a whole different term in my mind to say, because it was a word that I really didn't say.
My kids call me dad. They're like, hey, yo, dad, your bad, your pops.
Beautiful thing.
Yes. They call you dad till they're like 6, 7 years old, 8 years old. Then they start calling you pops, and stuff. But yo, dad, till they about 6, your dad. Dad, you do this, your dad. You got this, your dad, you got that. My kids had to ask me what my name was when they got older. They didn't know my name, Nikki.
That's right. Here we teach that. We tell you to teach your children your name. This is something
they had to ask me, Dad, what is your real name?
Have you ever heard the story about the 4 people named anybody, everybody, somebody, and nobody? Well, here it goes. There was an important job to be done, and everybody was sure that somebody would do it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. Somebody got angry about that because it was everybody's job. Everybody thought anybody could do it, but nobody realized that everybody wouldn't do it. It ended up that everybody blamed somebody when nobody did what anybody could have done. It's not my job.
Now that's deep.
That's the black
deep.
Black Willy Wonka.
That's deep.
Story about somebody, anybody, everybody, and nobody.
That's what I was telling my brother. I would not tell nobody to do something I wouldn't do for myself. Okay, that means I do it myself. Every time I ask somebody for help, I just need that out. Like I'm cutting my tree now. I ask somebody for help because I need somebody to hold that rope to pull in that direction. I'm going to do everything. I could do it myself. I'm saying, so I want to actually do. I ain't paying nobody. I'm doing it, but I need the eye and the help. Now I need somebody to pull that rope in that direction when I cut that branch, so I know it exactly go that way instead of going on my house.
Yeah. I just think about siblings, when you grow up in a house with a whole bunch of kids and something happens or somebody did something, and everybody, I ain't do it. Wasn't me. Somebody did it. Things everybody got to do
Nikki,
it.
You grew up like me, Nikki. So that wasn't your worry. When you come to the house, if something in the house is wrong, you knew which one of your kids did it. You knew who's capable. You know who gonna do what, who gonna do this, who gonna do that.
Just waiting for the lies to come out.
Like my oldest son. He will always drink the juice and leave a corn in the refrigerator. When I come and see that corn, I knew it wasn't the youngest one. I knew who it was. I'm not even gonna ask. I'm not gonna put that stress on the youngest one. I know it's that nigga.
He needed to be held accountable. Hold them all accountable.
That's his MO.
We gotta pay attention
Nigga,
to
you go to the store and get some juice. That wasn't me. Go to the store and get some juice.
They're not gonna respect you a certain way.
Oh, you a liar.
Yeah, you think men respect this? You think if a man walked up to you right now, you think he want to wife you?
I don't want to be a wife.
Mm-hmm. That's the main, reason for most of the foolish and shameful behavior I see a lot of women do, such as this. I don't want to be a wife. I don't care. I'm not your role model. Okay, don't care. I tell my kids, do what I say, not what I do. But they watch you do this and behave this way. Shameful.
And they see mommy go all through life without a man, so now they think they could do it. But the kid only know what they see and what they hear. I never seen a man. I never grew up with a father. I never grew up with a man in the house. I don't need no man. No man around when I was a kid. The only man came in here, came in only for an hour.
What do you think about that statement? Do as I say and not as I do. What do you think about it? Do as I say.
Whoa. Some things you can't answer, Nikki. That's deep.
Read a book, but I don't never see you pick up a damn book and read it.
You can't answer it.
No, what I mean by that, in this days world, all depends who you talking to. Now, my kids, yes. These kids in the street, they don't give a damn about nobody. But it's the television. I talk to them. My brother know I be in the parks all the time with the kids. I try to help them. I try to change. You lose, I can go around the way and you will see.
So you blame the TV and the media?
I blame the TV, the radio, the news, everything around them. Like so right now, Nikki, I hate to get deep, but
why the parents ain't at the top of the list?
Nikki, I could change this right now. First of all, Nikki, it ain't no more help.
You really need to adjust your attitude. For questions or complaints, please contact the manufacturer.
For complaints or concerns, please contact the goddamn manufacturer.
Now, Nikki, I'm speaking on the news. How do you have all these places to put these immigrants, but don't got all the places to put these homeless people and shit? Now, what I mean by that, Nikki, is if you get the homeless people from the same places and say, all you gotta do is just hold a job, I don't care what job, to keep this spot, a lot of people would change their acts.
No, I mean, why are they homeless?
That's how I got in the project. When they told me that, I wouldn't have got a job. Then shit, anything to pay this shit? Well, I'm gonna make sure I got me a job on these motherfucking books.
Bad decisions and foolish decisions may have got caught up in some shit, living in some trauma to cause the homelessness. They didn't just get there. We have so many immigrants who have came here and made successful lives for themselves because of the privileges and shit we have here.
Yes, Nikki, I say that, but not that record number at one time. You had this with outstanding numbers of them at one time.
You from New York,
we could
right?
take care 1,000 at one time. You sending damn near 10,000, 20,000 at one time. That's too much on anybody.
No, stop talking.
Ask your question.
You from New York, right?
Who, me?
You, yes.
Yeah, who that nigga said stop talking?
Your
Because I'm from New York. I'm gonna make jump through this.
Ramble on so much that you don't even hear. She asked you a question and you ain't even address the host of the show. You just
So I
in your.
thought you were telling her.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be easy. We're gonna respect the host of the show. She asked you, are you a New Yorker?
Yes.
Okay. Is the Statue of Liberty in New York?
Yes.
What's the meaning of the Statue of Liberty?
My meaning or
your meaning?
My meaning, he just standing there to collecting dust. My meaning, I don't mean shit. Nobody follow no Statue of Liberty.
It was given to us. It was given to New York as a symbolism of what?
It is. Oh, it stands for divided we stand. Divided we stand.
I can't even, that's such a big topic, the immigration. I wouldn't turn anybody away. America is a place that needs to welcome everybody. All lives matter. That means all lives matter, right? We're supposed to live by that motto, even as such a Christian society as well, right? So, I can't even go back and forth with that, but we're going to talk about these loud and attention whores right now.
They're not going to respect you a certain way.
Oh, you a liar.
You a lie. It's the first thing. You can't say anything besides a compliment. Anything other than that, you're a lie. It's not accepted.
You represent yourself that way. They're not going to respect you a certain way.
Oh, you a liar.
Yeah, you think men respect this? You think that if a man walked up to you right now, you think he want to wife you?
I don't want to be a liar.
The thing about your women, the thing about your women, even if a woman feels like she's free, she can't do this over there.
She can't because of the religion and belief that we raised on, that we lived with.
But us as black men, this is why we're asking.
It's not about.
No, because when you look at our people the only one that do stuff like this.
You're right.
Last time you see a little.
He used to lie. He's talking to this man, talking about the culture he comes from and how.
Do stuff like this.
Right.
Last time you seen a Middle America. Hold on, wait. When's the last time you seen a Middle Eastern woman walk into your store dressed like this? Never.
And
only she's not the first one that dressed like this.
Would you correct her being your people?
I'm not giving you my sister. It's
I
all
won't say
out of love. I
nothing to
promise.
her.
I promise you that.
It's not my business. This is her own person. She knows what she's doing is wrong. She knows what she's doing is wrong.
What?
But she doesn't know that. What? She doesn't believe she's wrong though. She doesn't know that she's wrong.
That part. Yeah, that part. He said he wouldn't, even the Muslim man, he said he wouldn't say nothing to the woman because she knows she's wrong. That's what he said. And the black guys is like, no, she don't know she wrong because she wouldn't be out here dressing like this. He told her, you think you're going to be respected by a man?
Yeah, but no, she's spending money in my stuff. She do.
Nothing, but to address her, like even as a brother of love, it's like your safety is my concern. You think this is a respectable manner? I'm supposed to be out here to protect you if somebody jumps on you? You out here half naked and think it's okay. First you thought you was the shit, about to get a compliment and taking it all in until he said what he said about a lack of respect for self. And it's like, you's a lie. You's a lie. We not the only women who do this.
Yes, they do.
So, excuses for it all. They got them, but I like to show this is foolish. It's very foolish and it's shameful behavior. I wish one of my girls would even consider walking outside with some shit like that on. It's very unsafe. Y'all really that strong? You really that tough? You don't think you live in a rape society still? They snatching up females, your organs and everything else.
But Nikki, you said a key word. Your daughters, they don't have no mamas. And if they do, their mama don't care about them. So they don't got nobody who they know that they got to answer to. Or somebody who loved them that they got to answer to. And they know they got a daddy sitting on the side too.
And nobody says anything. These women have family. Probably built on a whole bunch of women. And don't nobody say shit.
That's what I'm saying. But now your daughters know if you seen that, you gonna say something. You ain't gonna just let that walk by you. That's you a whole different type of mother, Nikki.
But just the mentality we're teaching our daughters to think that, you know, being this exploited with their bodies is okay. You're not teaching modesty. We're actually teaching them to grow up fast with the little halter tops and the little biker shorts. There's no clothes that fit. Everything is a mini skirt, even the uniforms for school. We do their hair like grown women, let them get nails and shit in middle school. Like goofy. It's goofy as hell. $50 to go get some goddamn nails. Bitch, you better learn how to paint your motherfucking fingernails. They can't even be creative on their own. They're not learning to do their own hair. This is self-love, caring for yourself.
But Nikki, you can only teach what you know.
They need to know more than. Teach them to close their fucking legs until they're willing to learn something before they have children.
Now that's the key.
It's a work of art.
This is what we're continuing to do. I had friends, we were 15, 16 years old, baby showers, having babies. We don't want this to continue. We want to break this cycle. You have to speak.
Right now, Nikki, 10 years from now, the little kids are gonna be taking a picture with their butt in their hair and all that stuff. But that's all they mothers taught. All they seen their mother do.
Right.
They didn't know these kids know how to cook. They mother don't cook. They mother call them out. When you gonna take me out? When you going out? They don't even cook. So
doing as children, these grown people are gonna be like, what the fuck? You let me do that? You let me do that? I have little girls asking me about hot girl summers like that. That's shameful. It's not
Nikki,
okay.
I seen your videos. Okay. Now you tell me what other mother you see that had their daughter in the kitchen with them cooking. I ain't seen now one other video with their daughter in the kitchen while they was cooking a meal for their family. No, I seen bitches fast food order. But nobody so that mean the young kid ain't gonna know how to even cook. So yes.
Mm-hmm. And it's less exposure to that. It does exist. I see a lot of great moms and families who, you know, do the homeschool. They have the kids cook and, you know, and I got videos to show that, you know, kids who are responsible and they know how to clean up and take care of their own home. It's a lot of that. But here we want to show shame. We want to show the foolishness and the shameful shit. And I always try at the end to show goodness and kindness and kids who are learning well. You know, but we have to be the model and we're not doing that. And we expect the city and, you know, we put all the blame on everybody else, the media, the phones, but we control it all when it comes to our children. We control it all. We control what they eat. We control what they do, what they have, how much fucking AC they can have. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of control there. And we start to slip and wiggle out that roll, our kids get off the track. It's a lack of respect and you're not modeling the behavior, but either you can't just tell children things. You have to model the behavior that you want to see in them. I can't be a cantankerous ass bitch outside and then tell my children to speak kindly and be well-mannered with other children. It's not going to happen. They're going to come outside and they're going to act like your cantankerous ass and cuss and call everybody a bitch and be ready to fight all the time. They out here. This is how they behave. They look like y'all. If I see you, your child just looks like a younger version of you. So people need to know that this is what's happening and we need to start speaking up, especially directly in our fucking families. We ignorant. We don't say nothing. We allow the behavior to continue while the children are suffering. It's not okay. But back in the day, my first video I played would call you on your shit.
But Nikki,
no one do that no more.
What that boils down to is it starts like you start at birth. So these mothers, they don't tell their kids nothing now. They get 18 to 16. Turn that TV off, the little kid kill them. Because you never tell them nothing from day when they do whatever the fuck they want to. Now you want to tell them to do something? You guys, it starts from a kid, from a little baby. I don't wait till my kid get 13 and then tell me, you got to do this. They look at you like you crazy.
But yeah, that
so
was a new
breaking
one.
news out of Oklahoma, they just released the body cam footage arresting a 12-year-old for stabbing her 9-year-old brother to death. In this video, she's constantly apologizing. But take a look and let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below.
Sorry, I'm so
Come here,
sorry.
come here.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
We're just gonna put handcuffs on just for now.
I'm sorry, just pull up my pants.
Where's the knife?
Sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck. I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. Please. I'm so sorry.
We living in a new day. We living in a new day. Our parents are not even teaching siblings how to respect each other.
Okay.
You know, human life.
They
They're
ain't
so
even,
decent.
they
She
ain't even,
stabbed her brother too.
that's what I'm saying. They ain't even respecting their own mama, their own family. So I expect them to respect somebody in the streets.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. You just that's it. It starts at home. It starts at home. And I think we are a society of wimpy ass parents. We are overindulging our children. We give them way too much. They know nothing about sacrifice, being having gratitude, appreciation for the little things. They don't care. They think they just supposed to be fed 3 meals a day, having heat and AC and clean clothes and laundry and gas in the car to get them where they need to be. They think shit is they think it's all fun. Every weekend we're gonna do something. We get movies. I get new sneakers. I get. We. My house, my car. These kids are selfish as hell, and they ain't do shit. And we continue this cycle. They think they run shit. They ain't paid a bill. They ain't bought nothing. They ain't sort nothing out. They ain't got no job. You understand? They barely want to clean. So parents are not being responsible with their children by giving them way too much. And we do that because we ain't have shit, let alone, like you said, have a fucking father or a mother around. So now that we have both and we got some money, we're going to overindulge them to the point where they don't want to clean up. They get mad because they can't get bought something and they turn around and delete their own parent. Like, this is where society is. These kids have no empathy.
Here's part 2 of the body cam footage of a 12-year-old who stabbed her 9-year-old brother to death. This is honestly really sad. So trigger warning, this is disturbing to watch.
House?
No, it's just me, my mom, and my brother. He's dying.
Hey, how would I get to the knife? Is there the backside?
I can show you.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sorry. I don't think these children know anything about consequences of their behavior. And that shit starts early. I'm talking 2, 3, 4. Touch something that's hot. It got to be a consequence. They need to know that shit is dangerous. Just saying no is not enough. Just saying stop is not enough. Those are the first 2 words these children are learning now. No and stop. And if it's not that, it's bitch. This is where we at with our kids. She think that sorry is going to get her out of trouble. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Target's having a hell of a week. In the span of just 5 days, the big box store lost more than $9 billion off its market cap. After America found out they partnered with a trans Satanist to sell tuck-friendly swimsuits to kids. The company went into crisis mode and said they were pulling their Pride line off the shelves. It turns out they just moved the clothes to the back of the store.
We found the Pride section. It's in the very back of the store. It's been completely rearranged, and I didn't think that these were true. Look closely. It says light binding effect for light binding. I'm glad they moved it to the back of the store because no kid should be seeing this in front. Here's the tucking one-piece bathing suit hidden in the back. And here's another one. Here's the tucking bottoms.
And now this. We just found out Target funneled millions of dollars to a group that lobbies school districts to secretly transition students without notifying parents. But if you hear this and don't want to shop at Target anymore, that makes you a terrorist.
If you're Target and you cave here, this is a slippery slope because this anti-LGBTQ movement, they're not going to stop here. They want to sue every company out there.
This is economic terrorism, literally terrorism, creating fear among the workers and forcing the corporations to sell the things you want and not sell the things you don't.
You heard that right. Not shopping at Target is literally terrorism. Well, the last time I checked, the left loves boycotts. Chick-fil-A's religious? Boycott. Spotify signs Rogan? Boycott. Elon Musk buys Twitter? A boycott. Goya, CEO, meets Trump? Boycott. Hobby Lobby doesn't like abortion? Boycott. Texas passes a heartbeat bill? Boycott. North Carolina does a bathroom bill? Boycott. Georgia does voter integrity? Pull the baseball all-star game. And don't you dare buy that pair of pants made in Israel. Now, it's fine when the left does it, but complaining about Target? Literally terrorism. Remember the Summer of Love when looters ransacked Targets across the country? The left loved it. You remember the articles in defense of looting? By the way, MSNBC, looting is actually economic terrorism. So for those of you following at home, the left would rather you loot Target than not shop there.
The media, such an influence on our children and what they see. These children cannot comprehend all of what they're getting on social media, and parents are not building dialogue with what they're seeing. The kids are not coming to say, yo, look what I just seen. Like, help me understand this, you know? So these images and, you know, the devil-like worship, you know, the whole transgender, you know, hiding it from the parents, allowing children to transition at school and keeping it secret from parents. Like, this shit is shameful. This shit is not okay. And it's happening in a lot of cities, in a lot of counties and communities. And again, I always suggest to people, look in your county and your city and find out when your monthly city council meetings are being held, because they're having them and they're talking about this shit. And you're missing out.
Do you know?
You can find out.
Being on a stripper pole or twerking is more popular than being a nurse or a teacher or something.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's admired. Look at a lot of the entertainers who, you know, promote it or, you know, point out that their success came from such behaviors. So, yeah, you know, again, women, like you said, we create societies, but we destroy these shits too. And we need to stop because it's getting really, really bad. And my children have to grow up with your goddamn children. You know, so they'll be the next generation to hold accountable. Because they're not letting shit slide. It's been too much of that. You know, with our friends, the coddling. It's not okay. You know, friend, always coming. I want to lose weight. I want to this, that, when it comes to weight and shit. Don't do nothing to change the freaking behavior. Even if you give just small suggestions, like it's little things you can begin with. But even with that, you have to do the work. All I can do is be a cheerleader. All I can do is help a little bit. Resources, tips, pointers. That's it. You have to do the work. And everybody don't want to do that. 30 days of doing something can really make it a habit. It took you 15 years to put all that weight on. It is not going to take a month to get the shit the fuck off. It's going to take some time. Again, can't get lazy. You have to be consistent and you have to do the work. Can't fall back. It is a lifestyle change. It is not just a diet. I hate it when people, I'm going to do this diet. No, it's a fucking lifestyle change. And most of y'all ain't willing to do that. You ain't strong enough. You ain't got the grit. Admit it. Stop making excuses. It is what it is. Because if you want to change, you'll fucking do it. And that's my problem.
This is a work of art.
19, 20, 30. You've seen it. You've seen the bad and foolish shit. So if you continue to repeat it and have no self-reflection and don't choose to change it, it's on you. By all means, continue your shit. You don't expect no different results. But for the people who want to change, you have to do the work. You have to see the foolishness in your behavior, acknowledge it, say, I've been taught wrong. You know what? I've been thinking that the wrong way. I've been moving on more feeling than fucking logic. And change it. It's okay. It's okay to say I'm wrong. I was wrong about that. You know what? Ooh, damn, I was wrong. It's okay.
Yeah, but it ain't about wrong now. Everything in this world is about an image now.
They all want to be right.
It ain't about wrong. It's an image. Everybody want to be that mother. Everybody want to be the man. Everybody want to be who they ain't.
Everybody want to be the man.
Everybody want to be who they ain't. Nobody want to be who they is. Nobody.
All right. So are you happy with who you are? Are you really living in what God made you?
That's why this world messed up. Nobody out there, the young, nobody happy of who they are.
I mean, most of us are not. We all go through that, you know, and acknowledging that is okay. I'm a little insecure. Got some issues. A lot of those things can be changed. You know, if I feel like I wasn't smart enough or I couldn't articulate well enough, you know, I got to do the work. I had to pick up a dictionary, read a couple of books, learn something more. Again, didn't come from a very educated family, you know, high school graduates and shit. So having children, the consciousness I felt of needing to educate them with every being in my body was very upfront. Nieces and nephews, anytime somebody came around you, we're learning something. We're not just going to be goofing the hell off and acting a fucking fool. Let's put something solidified in here. Let's learn something. What y'all want to do? Learn a different language? Plant something? Anything. But we're not doing that. We're doing all of what you see on social media, dressing them up like baby dolls, teaching them sex and how to use it. You know, no modesty. And it's, of course, it's not all. Like I said, there's so many families out there that are doing great jobs with their children. But I'm concerned about the ones who are not. I'm worried about them. And we have women destroying fucking societies. We keep continuing to repeat this cycle. So if it don't apply, let it fly. You know, somebody their ass and deal with that. Be scared. What you got, bro?
I don't know when the last time I seen a little girl with an easy bake oven.
Nieces.
They don't even think about teaching the kids nothing, Nikki.
Oven. The real oven.
I used to sit next to the oven. I learned how to cook. And then, Nikki, you understand this too. When I was in school, they used to give us craft. Like one semester, you may be in cooking class. Other semester, you may be in metal class. Other semester, you may be in wood class. So we had classes we had to do. You may be in mechanic class. So you get classes that you had to pass. They at least try to teach you something for the next gen when you get out of school. Because they knew all of us wasn't going to college. So what about the ones that they know that ain't going to college? What are you going to leave them with?
Right. I mean, in college ain't for everybody. And it's been many successful people who didn't go to college. You know, the creativity in our children is not there. Their imagination is gone. They
well, first of all, if they say they got high dementia, how can they sit through college?
Yeah, no, attention spans. I mean, you know, and again, it's from person to person, individual. Some people are really living in their purpose. They know what they want.
So you can't say that, because like right now, a movie is only an hour now, hour and 20 minutes. When we go, it was 2 hours of change. I'm not finding out how kids today can't sit that long through a movie.
Parents either, adults.
Shit, for my money, you better give me a 5-hour movie. Fuck that shit. And popcorn.
Demo. Throw that one out there. Throw it out there. All right, get it off if you want to. Go ahead. Take off. Hey, y'all, come here. Take off. Oh, they thought it was a game at first. They thought it was a game. Do your thing. Hey, y'all, sit. You see what he's trying to call. You know what he's trying to call. Do your thing. That's it. Look at this bitch. Who with the nigga there? I got fuck out. Do your thing. Your ass too, nigga. Now, they go up. Get them together. Online. Come here.
Y'all seen the movie Harlem Nights?
Yeah.
Prior. It took me there when I seen it, when it came up on my feed. I'm like, ooh. You know, and again, I say, you know, we all are not perfect. We were teenagers before, you know, nieces and nephews I had from time I was probably 12, 13. So they were absolutely in situations, you know, with us while we were doing foolishness. And it's not okay. It wasn't okay back then. You know, to always be the person go in the other room to do something else, like to steer them right. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy, especially if we live around this and this is all you're around. You know what I mean? But that child is going to grow up. Does he know his ABCs? Does he know how to count to 20, count by 2s or 5s? But he know how to roll a dice. We definitely teaching him that. This is what a man is: stand around in the crowd, smoke and drink and shoot dice, you know. So, and we post these things. So you give me ammo to fire. Like, you know,
But Nikki,
videotape, but we behave this way, you know?
You know what kills me?
What?
I thought this generation that we have today would be the smartest generation that we ever had. They got Google in their hand. They can ask any question and it'll be answered to them. I thought that they would fly through school with high grades in college and become scientists and teachers. I thought we would have the smarter generation.
Yeah. I mean,
then I go to Facebook and Facebook knows that they don't want to make these kids smart. Because when Facebook first came out, you had to spell the word out. You see how dumb and illiterate these motherfuckers was. That was getting ready to come to an end. Mother couldn't spell 3 or 4 letter words. Facebook seen that and said, hold up, we got to straighten that out. We can make lose this shit. And now they put spell check. When you put a letter in, it helps you. You know what I mean? Just know the first 3 letters, they did this for you. Good Lord. No.
Technology has hindered our kids and us as well, because we haven't been steadfast in educating them. You know, again, like you said, it's adults who can't spell because they are very dependent on the spell check. And I even see Madison try to do it sometimes, like, nah. Let me take this off. I need you to spell that out. We're not depending on that when you're texting or typing grammar or something like that. You know what I mean? So, you know, they become very dependent and they don't know how to spell. But if they know how to text, because the words are put together for them. Like,
okay, now Nikki, I'm gonna take you back when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I had homework. I had to go to the library first of all to do research.
Yeah, same.
When I go to the library, I had to sit down and look in the dictionary and look up a word that I couldn't even spell. Do you know how hard that is?
Yeah. So can you imagine the parents that don't want to put in the work to educate their kids? It is hard. It's frustrating when your children don't get it and you have multiple children and they all learn differently. Like, you have to find different learning strategies for each child. To think that one is going to work great, what you did with the first one is going to work good with the second one or the third one. No, they're all different creatures, even if they come from the same 2 parents. And it's something that was, you notice right off top, you know, but that's me as a mother. I can't say other mothers pay that much attention to their children to know that you have to switch up your learning style a little bit.
Motion, man. Come on, man. $400 be win. $400 between. I ain't tripping off all this, man.
Like, oh, so we ain't tripping. Motion. Slow motion better than no motion anyway. Like, what you talking about, dog? Like,
slow motion.
Come on, man.
No motion, man. Come on, man.
Like,
they can't even say $400. God damn.
You really need to adjust your attitude. For questions or complaints, please contact the manufacturer.
Whoa. Nikki, if you can't count, you can't read.
I mean, you can be able to count. You can be able to count and not be able to read.
If you can counting is easier than reading. If you can't count, you can't read.
All of it is shameful. Those was grown men. They can play dice and get that money. You know, they living off a very limited vocabulary. Articulation is horrible. Like, this seems like nobody corrects their children. I'm confused when they speak. and their sentences are not in the correct way, like you have to correct them, you know? And it's a lot because it's every day and it's all the time. And I think this society is absolutely lazy as hell when it comes to these kids. We put too much emphasis on the school to do a lot of the things that we are supposed to be doing from the giddy up. So if you know you got to jump right back to work, like, you know, if we got to live these lives of working 40, 80 hours and you don't have time enough to spend with your children, don't have them. Make that shit a conscious decision because they need a lot of time. Presence.
Yeah.
But you know, it's made it so much easier for us, but it's destroying them. It should be a restriction.
But Nikki, when we grew up, we had rules. The kids don't have no rules. We had to come home from school, take our school clothes off, put on our play clothes, do our homework. Before we even go outside, we know that was a routine. We had to go by the routine.
Mm-hmm.
They don't got a routine. They come home when they get home, if they come home. No, we had to answer to stuff. They don't have to answer to nothing at a young age. They had to answer. We had to brush our teeth at night. The mother mama made them brush their teeth at night because their mama is probably at the table outside drinking.
Mm-hmm. They ain't brushing their teeth.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't see my mama and them brush their teeth. So why I'm brushing my teeth? You only see what that you learn. Mama don't never cook nothing. Everything is fast food. Or I'm going to call Ray. Ray, bring some over. Me and my kids eat. See, I see mama begging all her life. When I go out, I'm going to start begging. Oh, you can't buy me nothing to eat. I ain't fucking with you. You can't take me out to eat. I ain't fucking with you. You think about something to eat? You put your life on a meal?
Let me read this comment. Quantum. She said, I think we 80s babies were born to be the gap fillers to our children, the chosen ones for this new age. We have to learn both worlds, then set the foundation. Yeah, we both definitely, you know, we Harris Tribe, we absolutely speak about that all the time. The blueprint we didn't have. We had to make our own print. We saw a lot of foolery and fuckery. We didn't know what it looked like, good and kindness. We knew individually that we are those people. Bringing it together, now that's something unique because it looks different coming from him and coming from her. Getting on the same accord was difficult at times, but people don't want to hear that. They see us sit up here and do our little partying and shit, but there was 12, 13, almost 15 years where we sat still and made that foundation solid, focused on us, the kids, move, whether we had to move around and adjust and get our family life together. We sat still. No limelight, no partying and all of that. Nah, there's no focus on that. These kids. So that conscious mind, now it's just a little bit more freedom, a little more wiggle room to do that.
What's up? Thanks for grabbing the ball for me. That's really nice. Can I get a hug? I was knocking on the door. He was too scared to knock on the door. So it's okay. I kept on running away.
This is what we want to see kids behave like when we are not around. Just kindness.
What was that clip from? 19 what?
That's now. It's like, you know, everybody is not behaving this way, but we need to start recognizing and calling out the shit because it's destroying our fucking communities. But there are some communities where children are kind. Madison goes to Florida and she enjoys those children because they know how to cooperate with one another. They're not cussing each other out, kicking each other off shit and doing TikToks with half their clothes on. So not all communities are behaving this way and people don't have a view of this. They don't see it. And if we didn't move here, we probably would have not seen it either because we lived in a whole different community. It looked different.
And if you put that on the show, they'll ban you from television because that's too much positivity.
Yo, remember I said this shit a blessing and I ain't about to play with that? But I also brought some flowers with me. And figured I'll let you know exactly why you my favorite. Jack, you want to know why I admire Jack? You want to know why I admire Jack? It's like no matter your condition, somehow to this culture you give passion to. And I know them flare-ups on the skin could sometimes be irrational. You want to know why I admire Jack? Why?
Yes. Battle rap. Battle rap turned into battle admiration. The love that black men show each other, I've seen a lot of that. And I can't say I've seen as much in abundance from our sisters. We pander and coddle a lot. We don't check one another. As soon as the brother walked through this door, they being checked about some shit. Like, this is how they do. And they don't hate each other after. That was beautiful. That shit brings tears to my eyes. Cause this is what I see, that love, that brotherly love, that's real. So this sister code shit is not. We lead our sisters into destruction, to foolery, to unwanted fucking pregnancy, to hoardism, to not taking care of their kids. Come out to the club with me. No, leave them kids. Your 11-year-old can take care of the 4, 5, and the 1-year-old. But I've grown up seeing the men being held accountable a lot. Not the same for the sisters, yo. Aunties. No. What you think, bro?
You're right. You're right. A man can check a man. I thought women check women too. You know, we could check each other and will be no love lost. You know, if this nigga all right with me, I'ma check him. But in today's world, like I say, this new generation, nigga, like you say, this 2,000 babies, they kill them up for even checking them. People who say I'm crazy for talking to them young guys. Yo, man, you out them young guys, them niggas crazy. No, they lost, man. They ain't crazy. They lost. I try to give them a little wisdom and knowledge. How you think I got this old? By using my head, by being wise, man. Everything ain't a fight. You don't go get your gun to kill somebody for something that you could actually talk to a brother and end. Y'all grew up with each other. Y'all talked all your life. Now, Joe, he down with the ops. That's your brother. Y'all live on the same block. How do y'all be going at each other? When I was growing up, the block would have squashed that. The block would have got them two together because we'd have heard what was going on. And we would have got them together. It ain't even a block. No, the communities ain't even stepping in no more. That's what hurts the most. It got so rough where the community used to step in. If I heard two guys in my block was going at it, I would have got them together and we would have sat down, we would have talked and made sure, yo, man, they both was on the same page. It don't call for that. Y'all both knew each other's mother. Y'all both knew the brothers and sisters. You're basically family. We all family on this block, man.
Right. They don't think like that no more.
Blocks it ain't like that no more. A block stuck together when we was growing up. Now they separated the blocks. Oh, they get ready to shoot. Everybody run out. Oh, everybody going with them. Instead of stop before I heard that was happening, so I'm ringing bells. Yo, come outside. Let me talk to you, man. What's up with you and so. First man might come out, and I'll go ring his bell, talk to him. So y'all two got squashed it from now.
I mean, you know, we want our families to progress and get better, not stay stuck in the same situation, in the same cycles. I would hope. But everybody's mindset is not there. I don't think everybody's intentions are the same. You know, we all don't strive for the same greatness. It is true. It's evident. You know what I mean? But when we have images like this, the problem is we are all grouped together. Not a black woman that behaves this way. You understand? So we got to shine some light and say, we all don't behave this way. And it's okay.
You see, what it is, Nikki, when I grew up, we had street rules. In Brooklyn, set the street rule. Everybody yelled out Brooklyn. We ain't give a fuck about nobody else. We were some crazy ass Brooklyn kids. I was one of them crazy ass Brooklyn kids.
I have to go into a room day after day after damn day and try to break through to a bunch of kids who don't want to listen, don't want to learn, and don't want to give me the decency of being quiet. Harry Senate shot off a gun. I would have rolled in a big cannon if I knew where to get one. I would have tried anything. And you show me a teacher who doesn't almost lose his or her mind sometimes, and I'll show you a teacher who's not trying. I can show you some parents who aren't. You send them to school thinking job's done. It's up to the teachers now. Well, it doesn't work that way. You got to get in this too. Kids coming every day, singing that jingle. Those who can't do, teach. They get that from their parents. I know what you think of us. Well, let me tell you, we're in there doing every damn day. And a lot of the doing we do is parroting. You want to compare failures? Step right up. Who's first?
Who's first? Step right on up.
Okay. Well, like I said, what I was talking about before, Nikki, that we the East Coast. Now you got East Coast doing drive-bys and taking Mollies and Zans and all that stuff. We never got down on nothing like that. We don't kill our people. You got a problem with somebody, you step to that man. I ain't going to jail for killing no innocent bystander or making no mistake. Nobody want to go to jail. We don't glorify jail. You got people my age on the internet and they know the rules. These guys say they've been to jail. They know the rules, but they on the internet telling about somebody else's life. If you've been to jail, you know you don't speak on that don't concern you. That's the first rule.
It's a different time now. They got cell phones in there. They be on lives and having fashion shows and all kind of shit. So, you know, times are different, you know, but parents still get the blame. That's the same, you know, the same common denominator is the parents. We got to do a better job on what we allow our children to see and be around. And it has to be a conscious movement. They really do. We want to pander off all the excuses to any and everybody else.
But
no
matter what.
But.
That's what you got to say.
No buts. No buts. Parents, man. Parents are responsible for their goddamn seeds.
It boiled down to fathers. They put on a father. Or if the father was around, he may have been, the father get all the blame. Them single mothers say it as soon as they shit happen, he just like his father. Or I knew he'd be like, it still boils down on the father.
How can he be the problem when he wasn't present? If he's not present, how can he be the problem? How can he be the cause of all of this child's whatever's going on with this child? It's unfair. The woman is in possession. The mother is in possession of this child. So any bad behaviors this child knows of the character of whatever the father was, the parent instill that. Your father was this, your father was that. The child knows none of that. The child hasn't even seen this man, experienced this man. So this is the type of shit that's fed to some children.
Yeah.
I don't even understand. You talk about he, this, that, and everything else. But I'm watching you behave in this way. I'm learning from watching you directly. Of course, DNA is in there, you know, but still the blame is still never on the woman, the mother. Like you said, women are God. No, lies. God is God. We all are made in his image. But you know, we that dynamic we don't push here. It's not true, and I think this is why women have this superiority because I can give birth. I'm better, and it's bullshit. Because without a man, you wouldn't be able to give birth. Without a man's semen or
that C-section.
Or the C-section. Like it's naturally.
So to act like you're gonna hang
everybody, you can't hang your hat on that. A lot of women get cut open. Like imagine if the medical industry wasn't as advanced, you would die on the first one because you wouldn't be able to get it out. So, you know, provisions, again, privilege that's set for us. Shit is real. Women would have to die with babies in their fucking womb for 9 days. It's other cultures that have to live like that. And that's the gratitude and the self-happiness that we don't have. Your ass is not grateful that you get to breathe through them lungs. You misusing the womb, creating lives that you don't want to take care of. That's a problem. It's a problem for me because many of us have to come in and step in and take care of your freaking kids. And it may be our life's purpose, maybe our life's goal. But God damn it, I'm going to point it out that your shit stink. And to have to tell a foster mother that, like, listen, chick, I'm going to tell you the real deal. Fuck your feelings. You're going to hear this truth today because ain't nobody scared of you. They shocked by that shit. You should have fucking did better. I should not be in possession of your child. And if you ain't going to take it from me, the person that's caring for your child right now in the present, because you couldn't, that's a fucking problem.
What's wrong with you, Jess? Hilarious.
No, I don't care because we need to stop coddling women. You see, Ebony said stop coddling men. We need to stop coddling, as a woman, we need to stop coddling these women when they are, they fall so deep in delusion and then they try to play it on, you know, faith in God. Oh no, my marriage, you're supposed to work at your marriage. You're not supposed to walk away from your husband. God don't want us to be delusionally stupid either.
She said it.
Wow.
Hey, Karma, welcome. We about to end this stream.
Okay, let me ask you one question before I go, Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
What is the average age where a woman stops having a baby?
I mean, I don't have the statistics on that, but anytime after 35, the reproductive system is on a decline. So, it's not the best position. So I would say, the earlier years, anywhere between 18 and 30. And, again, I preach this on my show. Women are not the
man
same.
can have a baby till the day he die?
Of course. Absolutely. No, he can't have a baby. He can give life. He can produce.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yes. His semen works. Yeah. We have a limited time on our wombs. And this is something that I like to discuss all the time because females are not taught this shit. They're not even taught how to take care of their vaginal care, menstruation, ovulation, how they're fertilized. Like they don't. A lot of this stuff is not taught. They got a sex class. They get sex education in middle school, maybe 7th to 8th grade, one class. But I don't know about the age limit, because everybody's womb and reproductive system is different. And it's something that a woman can actually go and get checked, have looked at, egg counted, so you know what you're working with. See if your fallopian tubes are functioning properly, because everybody's shit don't work. We know this. A lot of infertility going on. And it has to do with what we eat. So, I don't know, Lee. That's I have to look that statistic up. But yeah, anytime after 35, it's geriatric pregnancy. You're old. I was told that at 38, but you old. We need you in here every week, every month. Not every couple months, every month, every couple weeks. So it's different. A lot of dangers. Women can die on the table just giving birth. This happens a lot. It's not unknown, it's not uncommon. So I think it just needs to be more education, and it comes from home. Mothers need to teach their daughters about their wombs and their vaginas. Fathers need to teach their sons about fertility and impregnation and their responsibility and consequences behind all that shit. We need to do that. Can't let the outside world do all of that. We're delusional, thinking that that's, okay. Men implant the seed for evolution process to become activated within the woman where her egg awaits the one. Right. This stuff needs to be taught. And if they get the information, and I'm gonna say it every time because we got an 8-year-old, and our kids love hearing this stuff. And I say by us teaching it, and I see the effects in our older children, 28, 22, almost 23, 17, almost 18, man. They're very conscious of what's going on. Virgins still grown. One still it's, conscious thought. If they educated enough, they know that it is not something frivolous that you just play with. Okay. So, having that knowledge, I think they're going to go out and make better decisions. But again, if we're teaching whole phases and we're letting them watch the idiot box and they're learning all their knowledge about the world from social media, it's our fault. It's our fault if they're stupid and delusional walking around. This is where we are. But parents need to hold themselves accountable, and I don't mind holding you accountable. And if you don't like it, too bad. And if it don't apply, let it fly, because there's some great parents out there doing some great things and educating their children. But we pointing the finger at the shameful shit. This is what we do here. I'm just saying. Sister Red is in the building. Welcome. Information Man popped in. I appreciate you.
Okay, I'm getting ready to go. That's a question I want to ask you. You take care of the family day. Everybody enjoy themselves.
You too, bro. I appreciate you here.
All right, I'm out.
All right. Popping in all the way from where he is. We're going to go hang out and get some sun. Go to little kid birthday party. Our little love is growing up. They grow up so fast. We're going to go out and have some fun today. Y'all all have a safe weekend. Please, please, please be kind to somebody besides yourself. Model that behavior so the children can see. And, be willing to accept some freaking correction, okay? Because shit is getting out of control. And if your ass is out of control and somebody got to say something, you might want to sit in that shit a little bit before you get offended, okay? Listen a second, take it in, reflect, and hopefully you'll make an adjustment in your shit, your attitude, your movements, whatever it is. Because we all need to do better. It's about growth and development. And if you're not, you should be dead. It is what it is. All right, y'all have a great week. Miss She Said signing off.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
I'm Paul Stanley of KISS. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Everything in creation and in physical form has its own fundamental resonant frequencies. Shame. Shame. And in physical form has its